Okay, guys, this one a shocking one. Is a reality. Waited off happen to me myself before. And I will be elaborating on my own experience at the end of this particular video. But this particular video is coming from Madam Adetoun, just Adetoun. She's a voice to the voiceless. This woman don't talk for our matter tele, for everybody matter tele, how this country can be a better country. But she don't come out now, come talk, say how she take get headache one day, how the hospital where she go, tell her, say, she need to do a brain surgery. But she can't travel, go UK, everything can change somehow. Well, I don't want to spill everything out, but let's listen to Madam Adetoun, then I'll tell you half of my own story. Let's take this together.
Good morning, fellow citizens of Nigeria. My name is just Adetoun. So I want to quickly share a testimony this morning, and I want to use it as a wake-up call to interest, to action, and to commitment. So, first of all, let me thank Almighty God for saving me. Do you know that sometimes ago, like some few months ago, I suddenly started having this very strange headache. This headache can go on for like 20 to 25 minutes. And as a specialist in nutrition, I definitely know what to do and everything. And then I did everything, and then this symptom was still persistent. So at that point, my first call of contact is always health center. So I went to my health center in Obalende, Ikoyi. And because they know me as, this woman, everything must be to standard though, they didn't even call the doctors on duty. They had to call the medical director. The man came because I had an issue with him before concerning, fueling the clinic, so that when people come there, there will always be light. How can you be running a health center without light? And they always do everything possible to make sure that that health center is super standard, not standard, super standard. So anytime there's anything, I go there. So the medical director came, attended to me, asked me a few questions and all of that. And the next thing the man said, "Madam, this headache, we need to do an MRI checkup." So he referred me to go and do a scan. I went to a diagnosis center and I did the scan. And then they came out. Then they referred me to a hospital. They gave me prescriptions. They gave me medications. If you see the heavy dose, one antibiotic that they prescribed for me cost 500 and something thousand. I had to start, even to get the medication was hell. Eventually we got it, and then I started using it. Now, this is my point. They now told me that I will use this medication for about 2 weeks, but I'm going to have a surgery. A surgery that they have to, dig into my brain and all of this. I don't live in Nigeria, and I live in Nigeria. And, everybody knows me that I am too passionate about my motherland. Like I always say, you can be a citizen of any country, but you cannot be, your motherland is still your motherland. So I obeyed. And then I went back to my home base, United Kingdom. And then I went to the hospital. I went for a checkup. I took all the tests I did. I took all the x-ray. I took everything. And I took it there. Do you know that by the time they did the examination, they did checkups, they booked me in immediately because they saw everything that came out from the doctor's report. Ladies and gentlemen, Nigerian citizens, I didn't need a brain surgery. They only gave me a spray to use. And since I used that spray, ladies and gentlemen, fellow citizens of Nigeria, I have been okay. This headache that will come and always make me run mad for like 20 minutes disappeared. Now, what am I trying to say? Our health system needs an overall rehaul and upgrade. Medical doctors in Nigeria are thriving, surviving, and exploiting the ignorance. If I didn't have another option to travel abroad, thank God some of us are overblessed and some of us are opportune. But we are not greedy about the fact that only we have the opportunity to go to a second country to check. That is why we are screaming and shouting that we need to fix our own. Because you don't know where anything will catch up with you. But I noticed that when you talk, Some people will start calling you all sort of names to shut up, and they are the ones that are badly affected. It was this exercise, when I was prepping for this exercise, that made me to start doing early morning walk. I wanted to check my competence, my fitness. Brain surgery is not something that is easy. So the doctor even said, start to do some exercise, start to gather some energy. That was where I met the girl that I called the mother out for abusing her own child. And Nigerians were like, this is how we were brought up. This is how you were brought up. But a lot of you who had that experience growing up are in America and in Canada and in Banana. You are in Lekki. Your children are going to private schools. Does it mean that we are selective of the kind of people that change or blessings should come to? I grew up like this. Does it mean that our children should grow up like this? Ignorance. Our health system needs immediate attention. And one thing I also realized, everybody knows that Just Adetoun is an activist, but a lot of people don't know me as a professional person. 99% of the people that run to my DM, I'm not going to mention names. I have had situations where people will start calling me in the middle of the night. Just Adetoun, help us. So is happening. These are your A-list celebrities. A-list. I'm not talking of B-list. The people you honor and you worship, but they cannot afford to talk about our country on their pages because they don't want the people that will sponsor them, will give them job, will give them an endorsement. They don't want a dent on their own image or their pages. But I, Just Adetoun, I have received dent, denture, insult, all sorts of names on my pages. And look at me, I am a victim of the same situation that I'm shouting and crying about. Just a few days ago, a celebrity called me. Just Adetoun, where are you? My mother had issues. I took her to general hospital. If you see the way they treated me, I need to treat their fuck up. I told him, said, send me the complaint, send me the picture, send me the name of the hospital. We'll take action. Why don't we understand that anybody can be a victim? Whether I'm the president's daughter, whether I'm the Senate president's cousin, whether my uncle is a trillionaire, whether my brother is in politics, does not matter. A lot of you people in this country, you are enablers. A lot of you people think because I am connected to the government, I should not call out the government. The government is not my health. The government is not my safety. Even the government people who go about in ambulances with security, with mopos, they also find themselves in situations that they still need the system to function for them. We are talking about asking for what is ours. Now look at what is going on in this country. The government is trying to make it a one-party state so that you and I will be relevant. We can stop talking and stop shouting. It is whatever they decide within themselves that matters. Meaning that our voice has become too much for them. And we are here fighting each other, assaulting each other, calling each other names, bullying each other, trolling each other on our pages, where we are supposed to be one with one spirit. And we should understand that we are talking about our country, not my uncle, not my brother, not my husband, not your wife who is a politician. What if I had done that surgery and something had happened to me? Please and please, the reality of our pain is very, very true. The fact that some of us live abroad, or because we are rich, or because we are blessed, or because we are connected, does it mean? Sometimes we have to come so low to ask for what belongs to us. It cost me 532,000 per tablet. How many people can afford that? And I went back to my country. Let me even bring what they gave me. This is what they gave me to use. And I didn't need a surgery. I didn't need it. But we all know how antibiotics is abused in this country. We all know how pharmaceuticals make money in this country. Please and please, I want to beg you. Let us stop fighting ourselves. Randy Peters is calling for electoral reform, calling names, calling some people. Those people are not even as important as you. They only seem that they are important because they are celebrated, because they have dignified their status. But you are the ones who push their status to wherever it is. It is about you and me. Not about pastor this or celebrity this or king this or senator this. Please, I am begging you people. We have been talking, we have been shouting, regardless of all the insults, because we understand the reality. We are still doing it. Nigeria is our own. Politicians will always, that is their own institution, where they will do anything to upgrade to get to the peak of their career. The peak of your own career is to ensure that what is yours gets to you. It is your fundamental right. Our country needs to be good. Our health system needs to be restructured. People are dying because of lack of medical amenities, exploitation, ignorance. It can be you tomorrow. The same Just Adetoun that has been speaking has become a victim. You also can become a victim tomorrow. It is your country, our motherland.
Now, see the way she analyzed them. She was having headache, a constant headache, how she paid 500,000 naira for antibiotic and all that. How they later told her that she needed a brain surgery, appointment were fixed and all that. Because she have a second home, which is in the UK, she now traveled all the way to the United Kingdom, and she got there. They now discovered that it's just a normal thing. You know, there was nothing like brain surgery and all that, and blah, 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 blah. But me particularly, a couple of years ago, about 4 years ago, I've said this so many times on our platform, I was having a stomach ache, and I went to hospital, to be precise, during hospital then, and they told me I was having appendix. So they told me to pay 150,000 naira for a private room, you know, for the next day for operation, you know, and which I agreed. It's okay, that's fine. Let me pay and let's take this whole thing, you know, because I couldn't stand straight. I was just walking like this. So my PA actually drove me because I couldn't drive as well. Then on our way coming back, my brother called me from Harlow in the United Kingdom just to say hello. He didn't know I was sick anyway, just to say hi and all that. How far now? How you doing? How you doing? Enjoying NAIJA and all that? I said, oh, bros, I'm not feeling too well right now. I just come from hospital. And they said I get appendix. He said, oh, wow, this is so bad. I said, anyway, everything is going to be fine because I had already booked appointment where they want to operate time tomorrow morning and all that. My brother shout, what is wrong with you? You want to have a surgery in Nigeria or pay operation in Nigeria? My brain can't be like, say, can't open somehow. Say, what did they worry me? A British citizen, I want to do operation for Nigeria. I said, no. Now I can't call British Airways after my brother don't drop. Come say me they find me the next available flight. They told me I don't have a flight that day because it was 4 p.m. But the next day, they say flight today. They booked me for British Airways flight. Then, this time, ambulance were actually waiting for me in the UK. So I boarded, you know. They were looking after me inside the flight because I was feeling that pain. As I go to the UK, ambulance take me straight to the hospital. My people, listen to this. I go to the hospital. For Nigeria, don't forget, they tell me, say, I was having appendix. They need to tear my belly, make they remove the appendix. And I paid 150,000 naira for the operation, blah, blah, blah. I go to the hospital, they did series of tests. They now get to find out that there's nothing wrong with me. That what I have is just a bacteria. They gave me antibiotic to take for 5 days, that I'll be fine. I started taking that antibiotic. 3 days later, I was well. But I needed to complete that tablet. That was 4 years ago. Till now, I don't feel that pain anymore for my belly. My people, what I'm trying to say here is that a lot of Nigerians in Nigeria, many of them are dying today because they don't have second option. When they are sick, they go to the hospital. Wait till doctor tell them, and they go follow, because at the end of the day, they don't have second option. People like us that have second option, a British citizen, I can decide to say, okay, I don't want to treat myself, I want to go to abroad and all that. That is the same satanic privilege that your politicians have today. Yes, they continue to steal your wealth, our wealth, to enrich themselves, to protect themselves, their wife, their children. In case they are sick, they can fly them emergency to abroad. We have it for free. You get it now? So when we are speaking how this country can be better, some of you come to the comment section and insult us like we are speaking for ourselves. No, if I say tomorrow I go jump enter flight, I go take off in the next 24 hours. You cannot. We are speaking for you. This is NAIJA Watch Media. Join us every day, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. Let's continue to talk about the things that affect you and I. Take care, guys, and bye for now.